Welcome to Accepting Life, where we help you navigate the world of wealth and status. Life can be a beautiful and fulfilling journey, but sometimes it takes a negative turn. Many people find themselves stuck in a cycle of negativity, unable to break free and create a positive life path for themselves. While the reasons for this can be complex and varied, there are certain common characteristics that tend to be present in a negative life path. By recognizing these traits, individuals can take steps to shift their perspective, make changes in their behavior, and ultimately break free from the cycle of negativity. In this article, we will explore some of the common characteristics of a negative life path and provide guidance on how to turn things around. It's important to also acknowledge the other side of the coin. It's a harsh reality, but the worst thing that can happen is to reach the end of your existence and realize that you never truly lived. That you were just going through the motions and merely existing, without experiencing the fullness of life. That's why in this video, we'll be discussing the traits of a bad life that you should avoid at all costs. It's not meant to be a pessimistic or discouraging topic, but rather a wake-up call to help you avoid these pitfalls and live a more fulfilling life. A bad life is characterized by a feeling of solitude and disorientation. You may feel both alone and lonely, despite craving connection and proximity to others. You might even feel like the people around you don't care about your existence, even those you consider close to you. Life is about sharing the highlights with others, and if you don't have those moments, they start losing their meaning over time. Studies have shown that when people look back on their lives, the only memories that truly stick with them are the ones when they were with the people they care about the most. Being lonely removes even the sense of direction from your life. You don't know where to go or what to do with your life, and you end up simply existing, always in search of something that the world doesn't seem to want to give you. It's understandable to feel a sense of apprehension when faced with this topic, but it's important to keep in mind that we are all capable of making positive changes in our lives. Even small steps towards cultivating meaningful relationships and finding purpose in our daily lives can lead to a more fulfilling existence. And on a side note, before you freak out about the change in voice, the Galax lady will be returning in a few days from a well-deserved holiday, and I'm just filling in temporarily. So let's dive into the traits of a bad life and work towards living a life that we'll be proud to look back on. Mental unrest can be a major hindrance to living a fulfilling life. It's difficult to put your head on the pillow at night when your mind is constantly racing, reliving past experiences, imagining different scenarios, or creating hypothetical situations. This can leave you feeling restless and unable to find peace in your own thoughts, which is especially challenging since your mind should be a safe space for you. Unfortunately, spending too much time with your thoughts can be dark and dangerous, particularly if you have unresolved issues that you're avoiding. It can feel overwhelming to try to unpack all of the thoughts and emotions that you're experiencing, leading you to avoid doing so altogether. But by running away from your own mind, you're only prolonging your mental unrest and limiting your ability to live a fulfilling life. Trait on our list is not being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Many of the items on this list are related to constraints on our freedom, which come in many forms. One of the most insidious forms of constraint is the modern-day equivalent of slavery, which is being forced to work to pay off debts and maintain basic living expenses. The cost of living has been raised to a point where it's difficult to even stay alive, let alone enjoy the fruits of your labor. Many people find themselves in debt that they weren't ready for, forcing them to work for decades just to buy back their freedom. We're currently experiencing a stage of multi-generational debt, where multiple generations will end up paying the same mortgage just to be able to afford a home or education. As long as others reap the rewards of your labor, you are not truly free and find yourself in an impossible situation. These constraints on our freedom make it challenging to live a good life, but it's important to remember that there are always steps we can take to improve our situation. By acknowledging these challenges and taking action to overcome them, we can work towards living a more fulfilling life. Physical pain and discomfort can be a major hindrance to living a fulfilling life. Many people tolerate pain as if it's just a normal part of life, but it's important to remember that you're not supposed to feel consistent pain. Unfortunately, many people have forgotten what it feels like to be pain-free, with their last memory of being truly comfortable somewhere in their childhood. For some people, even their childhood was marred by emotional abuse and bullying, which can make it difficult to feel good in their own body. But since you're stuck with your body for the rest of your life, it's important to do your best to take care of it and make it a great place to hang out. By taking care of your body, you can contribute to the quality of your existence and enhance your overall well-being. A bad life is one where you're trapped in a self-designed prison of pain and discomfort. But it's important to remember that it's not supposed to be like that. If you find yourself in this situation, it's important to seek help, as there are always ways to at least improve your situation, if not change it altogether. By working with healthcare professionals, physical therapists, or other experts, you can find ways to manage your pain and discomfort, whether through lifestyle changes, exercise, or medical treatments. It's important to take action and not just to accept physical pain as a normal part of your life, as it can have serious long-term consequences on your overall well-being. Physical pain and discomfort are a major hindrance to living a fulfilling life, but it's important to remember that there are ways to improve your situation. By taking care of your body and seeking help when needed, you can enhance the quality of your existence and find greater happiness and satisfaction in life. Feeling alone in this world can be a crushing experience, especially when there is no one to turn to for help or advice. It can leave you feeling lost and helpless, unsure of which way to turn or what steps to take. Without guidance, one may feel like they are just going through the motions of life, living day by day without purpose or direction. That's why having a mentor, a friend, or a family member to provide support and guidance can make all the difference. It can help you stay motivated, focused, and on track, even when times get tough. A mentor can help you identify your strengths and weaknesses, and guide you in developing a plan to achieve your goals. They can also help you identify the obstacles that stand in your way and provide you with the tools and strategies to overcome them. At Accepting Life, we understand the importance of guidance and support, and that's why we've created the Accepting Life. Our app provides you with the resources you need to live a fulfilling life, including personalized coaching and mentorship, access to exclusive content and courses, and a supportive community of like-minded individuals. With the Accepting Life, you'll have the guidance and support you need to make the most of your life and achieve your dreams. Feeling unlucky or cursed can be a debilitating state of mind that can drag you down and prevent you from achieving your goals. It's a common feeling that many people experience at some point in their lives, and it's easy to fall into the trap of believing that the universe is conspiring against you. However, it's important to recognize that this is a false belief and that there are ways to increase your luck surface. One of the most effective ways to increase your luck surface is to take action and try as many times as possible. Instead of giving up after a failure, learn from it and keep going. Remember that life is a game of numbers, and the more you try, the greater your chances of success. For example, if someone tells you that 9 out of 10 businesses will fail, start 10 businesses instead of 1. By doing so, you're increasing your chances of success and learning valuable lessons along the way. Self-abuse is another indicator of a bad life, where you may feel the need to punish yourself for being alive. Engaging in harmful behaviors or self-destructive habits can be a sign that you are spiraling out of control, and it's important to seek help when you need it. Remember that life has its ups and downs, and focusing on the downs can prevent you from seeing the positives. It's important to take care of yourself, both in the short and long term, and to seek help when necessary. Feeling unlucky or engaging in self-abuse are indicators of a bad life, but they don't have to be permanent. By taking action and increasing your luck surface, you can overcome the feeling of being cursed and achieve your goals. Remember to take care of yourself and seek help when you need it, and don't forget that life has its ups and downs. Feeling unloved or experiencing unreciprocated love can be a difficult and painful experience that can deeply affect one's life. It can lead to feelings of loneliness, isolation, and unworthiness, all of which can negatively impact a person's mental health and well-being. It's important to remember that we all deserve love and respect, and that a lack of reciprocity is not a reflection of our worth as individuals. Sometimes, it can be tempting to hold on to someone who doesn't reciprocate our feelings, hoping that they will eventually change their mind. However, this often only leads to further disappointment and heartache. It's important to recognize when it's time to let go and move on, even though it may be painful in the short term. It's also important to remember that love comes in many forms, and that romantic love is just one aspect of it. We can experience love from friends, family, pets, and even from within ourselves. Learning to love and appreciate ourselves can be a powerful way to build self-confidence and attract positive relationships into our lives. If you're struggling with unreciprocated love or feelings of unlovability, it can be helpful to seek support from a trusted friend, family member, or therapist. They can provide a safe space for you to express your feelings and work through them in a healthy way. Remember, you are worthy of love and happiness, and there are people who care about you and want to support you on your journey. Living a life without goals, ambitions, or purpose is like being adrift in the middle of the ocean, with no clear direction or destination. It's easy to feel lost and aimless when you don't have anything to strive towards or work for. That's why it's important to take the time to define your goals and aspirations, and to write them down so that you have a clear roadmap to follow. According to surveys, a staggering 83% of the population doesn't have clear goals for themselves. That means that the vast majority of people are simply going through the motions of life, without any real direction or purpose. It's no wonder that so many people feel unfulfilled and dissatisfied with their lives. But it doesn't have to be that way. By taking the time to define your goals and aspirations, you can give yourself something to work towards and strive for. This can help you to feel more motivated and engaged with life, and can even improve your overall well-being and happiness. In fact, research has shown that people who write down their goals are 42% more likely to achieve them than those who don't. That's why we've developed an app that can help you to define your goals and create a roadmap for achieving them. Our app is designed to be used for just 10 to 15 minutes a day, while you enjoy your morning coffee or tea. And it's not just about setting goals for the sake of it. Our app is designed to help you identify what truly matters to you in life, and to create goals that align with your values and aspirations. This can help you to live a more meaningful and purposeful life, and to feel more fulfilled and satisfied in everything you do. So if you're ready to take control of your life and define your goals and aspirations, head over to Accepting Life and get ready for our upcoming update. With our app, you can unlock your full potential and start living the life you've always dreamed of. Complex that it's impossible to determine the true impact of your actions on others. It's important to consider how your actions affect those around you. A bad life is one where you have hurt more people than you have helped. It's a sad reality that some people go through life without ever realizing the harm they cause others. Maybe they think they are doing the right thing, or they are simply unaware of how their actions impact those around them. Hurting others can take many forms. It can be physical harm, emotional abuse, or even just neglecting to help someone in need. It's important to understand that our actions have consequences, and those consequences can ripple out and affect many people. One of the most important things we can do in life is to try to leave the world a better place than we found it. That means being kind, being empathetic, and doing what we can to help those in need. It means taking responsibility for our actions and understanding the impact they have on others. If you find yourself in a situation where you have hurt others, it's never too late to make amends. Apologize, try to make things right, and do what you can to ensure that you don't make the same mistakes in the future. Remember, a good life is one where you have helped more people than you have hurt. So, strive to be a force for good in the world, and you'll find that your life will be fulfilling and rewarding. Life is one where your relationships with your children are strained or non-existent. It's a heartbreaking realization to come to when your own flesh and blood want nothing to do with you. As a parent, your main responsibility is to provide a safe and nurturing environment for your children to grow and thrive in. When they become adults, they will remember the way you treated them and whether or not you were there for them when they needed you the most. It's important to understand that being a good parent is not just about providing for your children's physical needs, such as food and shelter. It's about being emotionally available and supportive, listening to their needs, and being a positive influence in their lives. It's about creating a bond that will last a lifetime. When your children grow up and leave the nest, it's not the end of your job as a parent. It's a new chapter in your relationship with them. You should continue to be there for them, offer guidance and support, and be someone they can turn to in times of need. If you have a strong relationship with your children, they will be more likely to turn to you for advice and support when they face challenges in their own lives. On the other hand, if you have a strained or non-existent relationship with your children, it's never too late to try and repair it. Reach out to them, apologize for any mistakes you may have made in the past, and try to establish a new and positive relationship with them. It may not be easy, but it's worth the effort to try and reconnect with your children. In conclusion, a bad life is one where you have failed as a parent and your children want nothing to do with you. Being a good parent requires more than just providing for your children's physical needs. It requires being emotionally available and supportive, creating a bond that will last a lifetime, and continuing to be there for them even after they leave the nest. If you find yourself in a situation where your relationship with your children is strained, it's never too late to try and repair it. Living a life without emotion, curiosity, or creativity can be a monotonous existence. When you have a unilateral focus, you miss out on the art and beauty of life. Art and beauty don't have to refer to paintings in a museum or other formal settings. They can be found in the little things in life, such as the color of fruit, the sound of breaking bread, or the laughter of children. However, it's easy to get caught up in a big goal and spend your entire life pursuing it, only to realize that time has run out. This is why it's important to find a balance in life and appreciate the beauty around us. Sunsets, sunrises, and other sensory experiences are what make life worth living. Although many people focus on making money and achieving success, it's important to remember that there is a threshold where more money is useless and can actually cause more pain. Once you have achieved financial stability, it's essential to spend time enjoying life and creating memories with loved ones. Giving back to others can also be a fulfilling experience that brings joy and happiness. In the end, the measure of a successful life is not how much money you accumulate or how many material possessions you have, but rather the impact you have on others and the memories you create. When you live a life full of emotion, curiosity, and creativity, you can create a positive impact on the world and leave a legacy that will be remembered for years to come. A feeling of perpetual entitlement can be a dangerous trap to fall into. It's the idea that the world owes you something just for existing, without putting in the effort or work to earn it. It's a mindset that leads to disappointment and a lack of personal growth. It's important to remember that the world doesn't owe anyone anything. If you want something, you have to work for it. Anything of value in life requires a price, whether it be time, effort, or sacrifice. You can't expect to receive something without giving something in return. For instance, if you want a successful career, you have to work hard and be dedicated. You can't expect to be promoted to the top of the company without putting in the necessary effort and time to earn that position. The same goes for personal relationships. If you want love and companionship, you have to put in the work to build and maintain those relationships. You can't expect others to give you their time and affection without putting in the effort to show them that you are worth it. It's also important to consider the consequences of entitlement. If you are constantly expecting others to give you what you want without earning it, you risk becoming spoiled and entitled. This is especially true when it comes to leaving an inheritance for your children. If you leave them enough money that they don't have to work for anything, they may grow up lacking the necessary survival and thriving mechanisms. In the end, it's important to recognize that the world doesn't owe you anything. If you want something, you have to work for it. Don't fall into the trap of entitlement, because it will only hold you back from achieving your goals and living a fulfilling life. Living a life without gratitude can be detrimental to our overall happiness and well-being. It's easy to get caught up in the daily struggles and challenges of life and forget about the blessings we already have. Practicing gratitude can help shift our focus to the positive aspects of our lives and increase our overall satisfaction. One way to cultivate gratitude is through journaling. By reflecting on the good things in our lives and writing them down, we can develop a habit of recognizing and appreciating the positive aspects of our lives. The Alex app offers a smart journal that encourages users to write down 2 things they are grateful for each day, helping to create a more positive mindset. However, living a grateful life doesn't mean we should become complacent or entitled. We must still work hard and earn what we want in life. Entitlement can lead to a sense of expectation that the world owes us something, when in reality, we need to earn everything of value. This is particularly important when it comes to passing on wealth to future generations. If children are simply given everything they want without earning it, they may lack the skills necessary to thrive and succeed in life. In addition, it's important to focus on true progress rather than simply staying busy. Many people spend their lives working hard but don't make significant progress towards their goals. It's important to evaluate our actions and ensure that we are moving in the right direction, rather than simply spinning our wheels. Cultivating gratitude, avoiding entitlement, and focusing on true progress are all important aspects of living a good life. By recognizing the positive aspects of our lives, working hard and earning what we want, and making sure we are making real progress towards our goals, we can create a life that we truly deserve. A negative life path often exhibits several common characteristics that can lead to feelings of unhappiness, dissatisfaction, and unfulfillment. These may include a lack of direction or purpose, poor decision-making skills, low self-esteem and confidence, and a tendency towards negative thinking and behaviors. Other common indicators of a negative life path may include a lack of healthy relationships, a focus on material possessions and wealth over personal growth and development, and an unwillingness to take responsibility for one's actions and behaviors. It's important to recognize these negative patterns and take steps to break them. Seeking out support from friends, family, or mental health professionals can be an effective way to start working towards a more positive and fulfilling life path. With effort and dedication, anyone can change their course and create a brighter, happier future for themselves. We'll see you back here again. Thank you for watching this video Accepting Life. If you found it valuable, consider subscribing to our channel and joining our awesome community.